Hello, my perky partners. So last video we went with that ailment team of Dunkleosteus and Woolly Rhino, and now we're kind of doing the exact opposite. We're still in the cell phone Wacky Weekly, which, you know, again, was just so much fun. But now we are going with Bilby, and that is the prevention of ailments rather than the application. Again, we're holding onto those ducklings to try and get some early stat injections into our tier 6 that we're about to get. We're grabbing these farmer mice, I should say, and these are going to be integral later, if you can believe it, actually. Our team for this video is, in my opinion, pretty awesome. We make use of Bilby's ability, so he's not just sitting there and looking pretty. And we bring in the coconut crab. We get him statted up, and we put him here so that we can get multiple triggers from the farmer mouse. So we put the wall chicken on there. Yes, it gets a feed trigger, but we didn't need that. Instead, we just put it on there to get his attack up. Yeah. That way, we can actually kill some things once it has its coconut on. So we've got these two. They are going to give it the 2 feeds necessary for it to get its coconut in battle every time, provided nothing gets sniped or something. But then we also have the Bilbies, and that will come into play once we get a certain perk onto that coconut crab. You'll see what happens. Just there, though, we are able to replace the crisp with garlic, and you'll see squash. I didn't grab it because I didn't think of it at the time, but you'll see squash there. That is going to be our integral piece of what's going on here. Again, we win without much issue. It's crazy having a 9-12 pet with coconut tends to be pretty good. The other nice thing about Bilby, I kind of mentioned this briefly a little bit ago, was that once you lose the coconut, then the Bilby puts on a garlic. And you know, as I'm thinking about it, if I had, I don't know, there's probably another way to get the coconut back, I feel like, because the Bilby giving it the garlic after it loses the coconut is another feed trigger. Question is, I put a baguette on there, but it doesn't stay very long. This farmer mouse here is just there to, I guess, have a good time. I think I brought him in with the plans of it being another food trigger, but then I didn't end up needing it. Now, using coconut crab as our main damage dealer is really good because it's largely insulated from ailment teams, since it replaces whatever ailment it's been given with the coconut. But then this is where it really comes into play, right here, this squash. So, squash, before attack, it removes 6 health from the target once, and that removes the perk when it does that. Okay, it didn't matter that time, but that's because I just fed it the squash. You'll see next round. It's very cool. We tie there, perfect health from the enemy for a tie, and we sell the other farmer mouse because we very clearly did not need him, and we bring in an II. II is pretty strong if you have something, you know, if you have a lot of summons, or if, in theory, you had the ability to block damage, which we do. So, here's how the combo works. We get 1 feed from the farmer mouse. We give the squash, and use the squash on the enemy, and then the Bilby gives it garlic because the squash was consumed, and that second feed triggers the coconut crab. So yeah, that's my amazing team right there. Bring in a faint bread on the Bilby just for that extra time for the II. We want to get him leveled up soon as well because the extra stats from it are going to be great. We have perfect attack to kill that California Condor, which is lucky, and we solo the enemy team with the coconut crab. And we are on turn 11 at 9 wins already. Darn near perfect. We've got the Bilby as high level as he's going to get. This is a very, I guess, tempo-focused team. We've got our skunk there, and then, yeah, that's why we need the skunk. Unfortunately, we don't get to use the squash there, but it just doesn't matter. No health lost. Turn 11 win. This team just absolutely wrecked everything. Very fun. One of my favorite teams that I've ran in the Cell Phone Weekly. Super, super great.